So you're about to make a video. You have your lighting the way you like it, you have all your content handy, and you're ready to rock. You finish the video and get to work on starting your edit when you realize there's something crappy going on with your video. It sounds like this. Bad audio can be the entire reason a video becomes completely unpassable to an audience, even if the image quality or video is phenomenal. It's been proven time after time that people will sooner watch a video with half-ass video quality and good audio before they watch a video with phenomenal image quality and bad audio. And let me tell you, it is very easy to get distracted with the newest cameras and newest camera equipment out there when you should really follow a simple method that I would recommend to anybody, and that is simply invest equally in your lighting and audio equipment as much as you do your camera gear. This simple strategy will keep you from reaching some pretty significant bottlenecks early on, and as your production grows, you'll actually reach a firm understanding of what production gear you need and why. It just simply doesn't make any sense to spend your whole $2,000 investment per se, for example, on getting like a Canon EOS R body versus, you know, you don't even have a few LED panels, or in this case, not even a simple external mic. One of the earliest camera setups that I got started with when I started getting into media production again was honestly a simple Canon Rebel camera, and you know, it didn't cost much. I ended up getting, of course, the nifty 50 on it, a 1.8mm, and then from there I was able to afford with the rest of my money for starting doing video production on getting LED panels and getting microphones. Now keep in mind, microphones like this one and not all cameras, especially entry-level DSLRs, have 3.5mm jacks, so that's something you will want to look into in the future before you make any significant purchases, is knowing if the entry-level DSLR that you got actually has 3.5mm jacks. I know now some of the newer ones, it's getting more and more common that it should be common sense that they have them, but it's definitely worth knowing, because I remember the first time I tried miking up this camera and I realized that this camera didn't have a 3.5mm on it, and it was sure as hell disappointing. But this camera still took me quite a long way and I still use it. A lot of my most popular pictures have been done with this camera. I love this thing to death. I did some of my basic video with it back in the day, and I would not go back at all. Like, I completely love that I got this. I was able to afford things like bounce boards and LED panels, a tripod, and some affordable sliders. Believe me, I've had the pleasure of renting some of the cameras I want to own in the near future, but I'm also glad that I got things like external microphones, batteries, light stands, tripods, gaffer's tape, quick release plates, bounce boards, sandbags, battery chargers, and more batteries. I don't even think we've brought up lenses once yet, right? But let's not get carried away. A great start for improving your audio is external camera mics. Many are relatively cheap, and while they aren't the creme de la creme of audio camera quality, they are certainly way better than your in-camera microphone and your in-camera mic preamps. This alone can improve your production quality by like at least 1,000,000%, honestly. Another awesome solution if your content is especially dialogue heavy is actually lavalier mics. So lavalier mics are super good at canceling the surrounding sound away from your subject, and of course are meant to be picking up specifically dialogue of somebody. Be mindful of connectivity and movement with wired ones, and of course signal loss and signal dropouts with wireless ones. But keep in mind, they're not expensive either. They can range anywhere from $100 to, you know, thousands of dollars. But they're not the most expensive thing in the world to invest in. They're pretty doable. The last example of an improvement in your audio quality is sure as hell not the cheapest, but it's definitely one of the highest improvements you can, especially if you're in a studio environment. And that is, of course, using condenser mics and recording directly into your computer. Of course, that can get expensive very quickly. Even cheap setups can cost a few $100s. I'm using a condenser. It's hooked up to an interface, and then it goes into my laptop, which then I have a separate program similar to editing video, but for audio, called DAWs, otherwise known as Digital Audio Workstations. From there, I have all the control in the world to be able to mix, master, and otherwise manipulate my audio before it goes into the finished product in my video workstation. You do have to learn, however, to synchronize your separated audio in post and then combine it with your scratch audio that you'll get in your camera. But honestly, I feel like the cost of labor in that situation is very much worth the reward and effort. So it's definitely, if I'm in my office studio space, that's probably what I'm doing almost 10 out of 10 times. But I digress. This has been my take on why audio is important in your video production, and an example of the few different ways you can also improve upon it. What are some ways you guys like to record your audio? Leave me some of your opinions on the matter in the comment section down below. If you like this video and wish to see more, please give this video a like and consider subscribing for more of this content. Peace!